Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the TCU Hornfrogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Frogs will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll try the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Snags it on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
And the Hurricanes are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's York. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete out of the backfield. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Hornfrogs will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now he's going to break the pocket. Finds his big tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Run in the red zone. It's Morin. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
The Hurricanes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Schwartz. Turning it on. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievable effort.
Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll go with a direct snap. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hands it off on the counter. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got a man. It's York. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. second down, they'll go to the air. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Got it, looking for a first. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And it slips just inside that right upright. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Makes the grab. It's Morin. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And the returner will be knocked down. TCU has it back, and the Hornfrogs go on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Hornfrogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going to the running game. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side now. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. And the Hornfrogs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. And a sweet catch on a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Schwartz. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that 1st down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the inside give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Direct snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a 1-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Central Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll give it to him again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Booker. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 32.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Canes with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Now they'll run it to the right here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put toe leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Schwartz. The Hornfrogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's York. And they swarm him under. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Snagged in the middle. It's York. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually...
There he goes. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Snap it to the back. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Hornfrogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Provo. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it to the house, he got loose. Touchdown, Miami! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Caught over the middle. It's Schwartz. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. To the air on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. It's York. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Booker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The sure hands, it's Booker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Offense facing fourth down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Booker. as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Liberty has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes a connection. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, first and goal. The Hurricanes have this offense rolling. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's second and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes.